Hey, a couple days ago, I was going through my stack of craft essays. Yes, I am a writer and came across one by the Russian writer Viktor Shklovsky. So today I want to talk about something that sounds kind of weird at first. Okay, here it is. Making the stone stony. I know you're probably like, what the hell? What does that even mean? And honestly, yeah, that's the point. The confusion is part of it. So today we're going to go into this idea of defamiliarization, why art matters, why it shakes us awake, why it takes something we see every day and makes it strange again. Because the truth is, art isn't here to show you something new. Art is here to show you something you've forgotten how to see. And that is what Making the Stone Stony is about. So, yeah, sit back or don't. But maybe just pay attention in that special way you do when someone says something that's either profound or kind of stupid and you don't know which yet. All right, so let me start with this. You know, when you walk down the street, maybe to work or school or your friend's place, and you pass by, like a mailbox or a tree or a stone on the sidewalk, and you don't really see it. Not really. It's just background, like the loading screen of your life. It's there, but you're not looking at it. This is what the Russian writer Viktor Shklovsky talked about, though don't worry, I'm not going to turn this into a literature class, I promise. We're staying conversational here. But Shklovsky said something simple and kind of genius. He said, most of the time, we don't see life. We automate it. We brush our teeth without thinking. We say, I love you without feeling it. We eat dinner and don't even remember what it tasted like. And we see a stone, but we don't see it. And so he says the job of the artist is to make the stone stony again, to show the world in a way that breaks the automatic deadened way we usually move through it. And honestly, I think that's beautiful, but also kind of terrifying. Because it means if you're an artist or even someone who wants to live a more awake life, your job is to undo numbness. That's a hard job. Okay, so you might be thinking, is that it? Is art just a weird angle on a normal thing? Kind of. But also, not really. See, art isn't just about looking differently. It's about making other people look differently too. And that's tough because people really like being comfortable. People like autopilot. Autopilot feels safe. Think about it. If you had to be hyper aware of everything, the way your feet hit the ground, the details in your room, the weight of silence, the texture of your clothes, you'd go insane. So your brain just filters it out. Autopilot is survival, but the problem is if everything is familiar, nothing feels alive. Art interrupts that deadness. It says, hey, look again. It says, you think you know what this is? You don't. It says, wake up. The world isn't as boring as you've let it become. And that's where defamiliarization comes in. So let's break it down in a not boring way. A defamiliarization is this idea that art should take the things we already know or think we know and show them in a way that feels new, strange, alive, uncomfortable, or unfamiliar. Like when someone writes a poem about a spoon and you're like, a poem about a spoon? Why? But then you read it and suddenly you're thinking, wow, spoons are kind of emotional. Or when a filmmaker shows you a city in slow motion and buildings you used to rush past now look like monuments. Or when a painter paints a bowl of fruit and somehow it makes you feel existential dread. It's all about breaking habits of perception. Because, let's be honest, routine kills wonder. Repetition kills meaning. Familiarity kills attention. Art revives all three. Also, you ever notice how artists tend to be weird? Like, not in a bad way, but in a, why is this person staring at a puddle like it's a portal to another dimension kind of way? And the answer is artists notice what others ignore, and they force the rest of us to notice it too. A novelist will describe the way light hits someone's cheek at 4:17 p.m. in a way that makes you pause the book and just think. A musician will write a single melody that makes you remember a childhood memory you didn't even know you had. A photographer will shoot a crack in the sidewalk like it's the center of the universe. Artists don't just look, they see, and they help others see. The world becomes new again. And honestly, that's a gift. A burden sometimes too, because seeing too much can hurt, but it's also the thing that makes life worth living. Let's talk about the metaphor for a second. When Shklovsky says, make the stone stony, he means take anything at all, and restore its reality. Because think about it, a stone is just there, ordinary, overlooked. But imagine describing it like you've never seen a stone before. What is this cold, silent thing that doesn't speak back but still feels ancient? Why does it sit so heavily in my hand? Why does it feel like holding time? Suddenly. It's not just a stone, it's something alive, something strange, something worth noticing. And that's what art does with relationships, love, loneliness, fear, a cup of coffee, a train ride, a memory, a heartbreak, a shadow on the wall. Art gives life to the lifeless. All right, so here's the real question. Why does this matter now? Why should you, as an artist in this day and age, or whenever you're watching this, care about defamiliarization? Because today, everything is familiar. Too familiar. We scroll through hundreds of images a day. We see more faces in a week than people saw in a lifetime 200 years ago. We hear music everywhere. In stores, elevators, TikToks, ads. We're overloaded, and when you're overloaded, nothing hits anymore. It's like emotional anesthesia. So artists today have an even harder job. You're not just fighting routine, you're fighting overstimulation. It's not enough to be pretty. It's not enough to be loud. It's not enough to be shocking. To break through numbness, you have to create something that makes people pause and go, wait, what? Just like the stone. Let me give some everyday examples, because I think that makes this way easier to understand. 1. Slow TV. Yeah, this is a thing. People literally watch hours of a train moving through Norway. And it's calming, hypnotic. Suddenly you're like, wow, rails are kind of poetic. That's defamiliarization. 2. Photography of ordinary stuff. There are accounts that photograph, like grocery carts or parking lots or laundry lines, but they make it look surreal, magical, alive. 3. Poetry on everyday life. Like when someone writes about washing dishes and you're like, I've never felt so connected to plates. 4. Film moments. Where nothing happens. A shot of someone sitting alone. A quiet room. Rain sliding down a window. Those moments make you suddenly aware of the world again. Let's get real for a second. The opposite of defamiliarization is numbness. And numbness is dangerous, not just for creativity, but for living. Because when everything feels familiar, predictable, automatic, you stop noticing beauty. You stop noticing people. You stop noticing yourself. You wake up one day and your life feels like a hallway with the lights turned off. You know where everything is, but you can't feel any of it. Art turns the lights back on, or at least flickers them. Artists keep the world awake. And maybe that's why so many artists feel things deeply, because they refuse to let life become dead to them. It hurts to stay awake, but it's worth it. So, yeah, that's making the stone stony. That's defamiliarization. That's the artist's strange, beautiful job. To wake people up, to make the familiar unfamiliar, to make the obvious mysterious, to restore feeling to what's become numb. And just between you and me, if you can do that even once, even for one person, you've already done something extraordinary. Because in a world where people are half asleep, you chose to see. And that matters.